Hey Creek. For those of you who don't know, I'm Jake Topalian, and this week I'm running for Student Body Treasurer. Now, I'll begin my speech by addressing the following stigma surrounding my name. Yes, I am the really short kid who wears the really cool pants every day. Alright, glad we got that out of the way. As I sat in my room the other day with a 102 fever and a pounding headache, I couldn't focus on any of my schoolwork. This speech came very naturally to me. If you don't mind, I'd like to show you how I found Senate and why it's one of the most important aspects of my life. As a young boy, I never showed any interest in sports. No matter how many practices, how many games, or how many different sports my parents tried to get me into, I could not spark an interest. I felt like I had failed my parents, my friends, and myself. Last year, I figured I would try one last time. I'd play tennis. I didn't leave the bottom of the ladder all season, and that was the last straw. Frustrated, weary, and lost, I thought I had given up on something to really be passionate about. For me, Senate was a fluke. My good friend Peyton Sachs had told me, I think you should run. And you know what? I threw my hat in the ring. That was the best fluke ever. Senate has given me so much. A second family, an output for my creative energy, but most importantly, it has taught me the true value of passion. For some people, waking up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning, staying outside for 3 hours in below freezing temperatures is not their cup of tea, and hey, I get it. That does not sound exciting on paper. But when Sophie announces that she needs us to sign up for another Chili Cheeks, I jump to put my name down. I don't sign up for all these community service and fundraising events to be noticed as a potential candidate for treasurer, I promise. But rather because I am dedicated to giving back to our community and Senate for all they've given me. For a foundational position in Senate, such as student body treasurer, dedication is not enough. One should have experience in terms of leadership alongside fundraising and budget management. As a member of the fundraising committee, I've experienced firsthand what a treasurer needs to be. Aside from fundraisers and outside of Senate, an effective treasurer needs to be creative and apply that creativity to birth fun and appealing fundraisers. Recently, fundraising has been working on one of my favorite projects yet, April Foolograms, and because I feel very passionately about pranks, I decided I wanted to take a larger initiative. So I found the most cost-effective items to use with each prank bringing out a profit margin of at least $1.50. I made up table sign-ups for people to work tabling, and I submitted the video announcement. When Sophie texted our committee group chat asking that we could all help with this, I realized that I was the only person in Senate that had stayed that day. Now, I could have congregated with the others and just left, but that's not me. My mom doesn't pick me up until 3:30. So I got to be treasurer for the day, and it was very fun. Aside from my experience as a member of the fundraising committee, I am also the acting sophomore class treasurer. This position has given me the opportunity to manage the sophomore class budget. And though the role of sophomore treasurer is not as of great importance as student body treasurer, I believe it serves as a fair introduction to a larger role. Before I end my speech, I'd like to thank some of the most wonderful people in this room. Seniors, I am beyond grateful for your choice to slate me as student body treasurer. It means the world to me that you think of me as someone who can handle those responsibilities. I'm gonna miss you guys so much, and you've all been such great friends and role models to me this year. Thank you to Aiden Metch, my opponent in this race, who is hands down one of the most incredibly funny, talented, unique, and just great people I know. You're an amazing person, and either way I feel Senate would be in good hands. Thank you to Emmett Miller. You've taught me pretty much everything I know about Senate and working hard through our little startup projects and our countless Fortnite Victory Royales. If I put in the work and dedication necessary, I can do whatever I want, and you gave that to me. Thank you. Thank you for being the older brother that I never had. Sorry, Matt. Sophie Shepard, thank you for showing me what the duties of a student body treasurer are. Through your lead, I feel comfortable knowing what you would need to do to head the fundraising division. Everyone else here is irrelevant. Just kidding. My biggest thank you goes to Senate as a whole. All 39 of you mean so much to me. Thank you all for being unapologetically yourselves. Now more than ever, Creek needs strength and support within our community. And the way that we treat each other reflects our character. Based on the year I've been graced to spend with these people, I feel that we can use our leadership as a good example for our community. I know that you guys have heard this phrase more times than you can count, but Senate is truly a family. Thank you for your time. Let's go, Bruins.
All right. Alrighty. Okay, what is one way in which you've displayed leadership in Senate?
I would say that I've displayed leadership in Senate primarily just for my dedication to Senate, I would say. You know, I signed up for pretty much everything I could. I want to work everything. I want to spend time with these people. Some specific examples would be in fundraising, like I said. I essentially took up all of the responsibilities that were needed when we were working on the April Foolograms. I made signups for tabling. I made and submitted the announcement. I found all of the items to sell. And I had a lot of fun with that, and I thought that was really cool, and it was a good experience, a good learning experience for me.
And Jake, how do you plan to help increase attendance at events and raise more money for our school?
So I think one way that we can do that is, one, I did speak about how we could have really fun, appealing, and creative fundraisers, and I think creativity is definitely one of my strongest assets, and I would like to harness creativity to use that a lot. For attendance, I've heard some great ideas, but I think just most importantly, we have to really see what people are really gravitating towards, trends-wise, and I think that it's important that we, tackle that and we use that to our advantage so that we could get kids maybe to be more interested in attending things.